How's it going, everyone? Nerd Person Shooter here. So I just got done watching the Sony State of Play after I came home from work, and there's a lot I want to talk about. Way more than I thought I'd want to talk about. There were a lot of surprising reveals that I didn't really see coming. First off, I really want to congratulate Konami right now because um they're crushing it. Like the best I've ever seen from them in terms of like content since 2010 or something. Gee, where to start? They are coming up with yet another Silent Hill game. Now that this isn't by Bloober or the team that made F. I can't even remember. But this is like pure Konami. Wait a minute. Who? Oh wait, maybe Konami did make Silent Hill F. Hang on, I got the case right here. Where does it say? Where does it say? I can't see it. Huh. Apparently, okay. Okay, so Konami did make Silent Hill F. I thought it was like another team or like a I don't know. But so they're coming up with Townfall. We finally get to play a Silent Hill game with a black protagonist. Literally, like uh, every other protagonist is white, except for the girl from Silent Hill F. She's Asian, but this is the first time we're playing as a black guy, and it honestly looks pretty compelling. I don't really know too much about the story. Actually, I think it takes place in a different town from Silent Hill called like Saint something, Saint Augustine. Not Saint Augustine, but I don't know, some Saint something. And I'm looking forward to that. Just in general, I wasn't a big fan of F, but you know, I loved 2 remake. So I don't know. I have pretty not too high hopes, but I'm pretty confident that this will end up being a decent Silent Hill game. And now we also have the 40th anniversary of Castlevania, and for the first time in a very long time, we are getting a new Castlevania game. This isn't a remaster or remake or compilation because you know I mean they've done that a few times in the past decade or so, but this is a full brand new Castlevania game, not like 3D but like the older ones, Symphony of Night, the Metroidvania ones on Game Boy Advance. This looks a lot like that, but kind of with like 2.5D aesthetics. I think it looks good. I need to see more to like convince me to buy it for full price. I don't know if it's going to be 25 or $30 or whatever. Hopefully not more than that. But I need to see more. Okay, it looks great actually, especially for someone who has waited since Lords of Shadow 2 on the PS3 and 360. That was like the last time we actually had like a full original Castlevania game. It's been like 15 years, people. Okay, so for Castlevania fans, this is a pretty important one. And of course, they also have the second collection of Metal Gear Solid games. That includes 4 and Peace Walker. And I presume is also, of course, going to include the fives, Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain. But seeing Metal Gear Solid 4 specifically for, finally comes out of its PS3 prison. This is the first time you'll be able to play Metal Gear Solid 3 outside of PS3. Metal Gear Solid 4 outside of PS3, I mean. This is their very first time. This is a big deal for Metal Gear fans as well. And they came up with something else. I kind of forgot what it was, but those were the ones that stuck out to me. Konami is making a huge comeback. And we also have, a couple things from like Capcom. Resident Evil 9 Requiem is coming out at the end of this month. Can't wait to play it, mainly because Leon. When this game was first announced, I thought it was just going to be only Grace, the daughter of some woman in Outbreak. No, no, thank you. I don't. That doesn't interest me. Oh, but wait, it turns out that half of the game, which is gonna be like 9 hours, so 9 hours between characters. So it's reportedly gonna be one of the longer Resident Evil games to date. Right up there with 4 in Code Veronica and 6. It's gonna be like 18 hours long. That's long for a
Resident Evil.
That's like as long as 7 and 8 put together, basically. Or maybe not nearly as much, but close to it. So, yeah, big news for Resident Evil fans. I'm looking forward to playing it. I do want to make a full Let's Play on it. It'll be my longest Let's Play of a video game to date, if it is indeed over 18 hours. I believe RE2 Remake was the longest remake I did a full Let's Play on. I think that when you include both, Leon and Claire's game, I think that game clocked in at like 15 hours for me. We are finally getting a John Wick game. Mm. Mm. I don't even care if it's shit. Like, if this turns out to be like a really hilariously bad, 40 Metacritic, video game, movie video game, I'm still gonna buy it. I fucking love that franchise. I love it. And I've wanted a John Wick game since like John Wick Chapter 2 in 2017. So they did make kind of like an indie John Wick game called John Wick Hex a while ago. And it's more of like a strategy game, kind of like XCOM or something, where like time is frozen. You do choose one decision or one action to make, and hopefully it plans out or something. I don't know. When I say I want a John Wick game, I mean I want an in the action, when you're actually in his shoes at that moment, like just like point for point headshots and shit and killings and just combat efficiency. We want pure action, okay? Pure third person, just kung fu, okay? Really sophisticated, really in-depth combat system with like martial arts and stuff, with really good shootouts as well. And that's gonna be a really hard thing to do. Is that, can they really pull it off? A John Wick game where when you play as him, it feels like when you watched him for the first time in those movies. Will it feel like that? Give us that just immense, like a really like adrenaline dopamine feeling. Hopefully they can pull it off. I was hoping that the developers who made Sifu or Sifu or Saifu, however you pronounce it, I was hoping they would be the ones to make a John Wick game, you know. But hopefully Saber Interactive can do a good job as well. I would say the Sleeping Dogs developer, but unfortunately they went out of business like 10 years ago. Sleeping Dogs was like kind of like their only big successful game. But yeah, we're finally getting a John Wick game. I can't wait to see what our customization options are for like his tailored suits and Is there like a more durable but you know less mobile suit with like more armor, or can you even drop armor and just be like completely exposed to bullets and have that be like the hard mode or something, or just planning out your infiltration like Hitman, you know. I really can't wait. I really hope that they go hard with customization and gameplay approach. Like to make a really good John Wick game, those components are just as, if not even more important than, you know, a solid frame rate or, you know, solid gameplay in general. You know, I want to get into Pragmata, but I don't know what it is about it. The graphics look amazing. Like it looks phenomenal, but I don't know, the world just kind of looks a little too clean to me. And I don't really see much excitement in the gameplay. It's kind of like, I don't know, it reminds me of like Death Stranding, but like less weird and subsequently like less unique. You know, it just looks like a Death Stranding weird iteration of something that's probably just not going to be that engaging. But I could be wrong, you know, it could be awesome. I am a little disappointed that Capcom did not give us any more updates for Onimusha Way of the Sword. I really want to see more about that game. I've been waiting for an Onimusha game for fucking like 2 decades now. A new one, not a remaster. And get me excited for Onimusha 5 Capcom. Oh man. And I'm also a little disappointed that we didn't see anything for Marvel's Wolverine. We saw like a another Marvel fighting game, I think, that has Wolverine in it, but that's not what we're looking for. We're waiting for the big one, Marvel's Wolverine by was it is it Insomniac? Are they still making those games? They made the Spider-Man games. Are they making the Wolverine one too? Or is it someone else? I thought it was Insomniac Games. I'm pretty sure that they're the ones who are making it. But yeah, guys, better than I thought it would be. State of Play. I'm sure I'm missing a couple. But those are the ones that really stuck out to me the most, to the point where I can actually remember them all. I just sat down watching it like 2 hours ago. Anyway, guys, what was your game that stuck out to you the most at the State of Play? Maybe nothing did. You guys like my new shelf? You know, usually I have my video turned here by like my DVDs and stuff. I think from now on I might do it that way, so you can see my game collection. I know you used to be able to see like the PS4 games and stuff. I got my PS5 games right next to it, you know, PS3 and Xbox on the, you know, the second, and then the bottom row I got more Xbox 360. I got, you know, PS2, and at the very bottom I got Wii U, Switch, and SNES and Sega Saturn games. I got a couple PSP games and a couple PS1 games. Behind my trash can right there, I have a little PS1 tower with some PS1 games on it. And the rest of my room is a fucking pigsty. But yeah, I don't know. I like that shelf. I put it against my window. I can still open my window to get some fresh air. But yeah. What's your most anticipated game that you saw at the State of Play? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching.